What if I told you that one single line in a K-drama has caused an entire country to explode in outrage? That one actress, the nation's sweetheart, went from being the face of luxury brands to being canceled overnight across China. This isn't fiction. This is the real-life drama behind Tempest, starring Jun Ji-hyun and the firestorm that's shaking the Korean entertainment world. Today we're diving deep into the controversy that has not only divided fans, but exposed the fragile relationship between K-dramas, global fame, and cultural pride. This is the Tempest controversy. Tempest wasn't just another K-drama, it was Jun Ji-hyun's grand comeback. You know her from My Love from the Star, Kingdom, Ashen of the North, Legend of the Blue Sea. She's not just a celebrity, she's K-drama royalty. The show? A gritty political thriller. Jun plays Seo Moon-ju, a fearless former UN diplomat who decides to run for president after a shocking assassination. It's bold, smart, provocative, the kind of drama that gets people talking, but no one expected it to get people screaming. So what happened? In episode 4, Jun Ji-hyun's character looks her co-star dead in the eye and says, "Why does China prefer war? A nuclear bomb could fall near the border." Boom. That one line, just 12 words, exploded across Chinese social media. Within hours, hashtags were trending on Weibo. Thousands accused the drama of being anti-China, of spreading political propaganda, of mocking their national image. Some said, "This line portrays China as aggressive, as warmongering." Others said, "This isn't fiction anymore. This is politics disguised as drama." And that's when everything started to spiral out of control. The irony? Tempest isn't even officially released in China. It's a Disney Plus global exclusive, but Chinese viewers still found a way through VPNs, pirated clips, and shared screen recordings. So this entire outrage was based on unofficial access. Still, the backlash was brutal. In one episode, a scene labeled Dalian 2025 showed the city as poor and dystopian, and Chinese netizens called it an insult. Others noticed that the villains spoke broken Mandarin, calling it a mockery of their culture. Even when Jun Ji-hyun's character recited a Li-Bai poem meant as a tribute, it backfired. People said her pronunciation was wrong, that she'd disrespected a cultural treasure. Fiction blurred into offense, and suddenly, Tempest wasn't just a show, it was a diplomatic disaster. In the world of Korean entertainment, image is everything, and Jun Ji-hyun's image, immaculate, until now. Soon after the controversy broke, luxury brands began disappearing her from Chinese platforms. La Mer, Louis Vuitton, Piaget, one by one, gone. Chinese users celebrated, "This is what happens when you disrespect China." But her agency fought back, fast. They said, "No brand has terminated her. Some contracts just expired. Pure coincidence." Maybe they were right, or maybe it was damage control. But online, perception becomes truth. And the perception was that Jun Ji-hyun was being erased by the same brands that once made her an icon. This isn't new. Korean entertainment and Chinese audiences have been in cold wars before. Remember 2016, when China banned Korean media after the THAAD missile dispute? Or when K-pop idols were attacked online just for waving the Korean flag? The truth is, the Korea-China pop culture relationship is a fragile ecosystem. Every spark can start a wildfire, and Tempest arrived right in the middle of rising nationalism, online propaganda, and media rivalry. To Koreans, it was a story about leadership and courage. To some Chinese viewers, it was a national insult. One drama, two nations, two realities. Welcome to the age where art becomes politics. Lost in all this chaos is the human being behind it all, Jun Ji-hyun. She's been the face of Korean cinema for decades, elegant, strong, and beloved. But now, her reputation is being questioned, not for her actions but for a line her character said. Imagine that. You spend months acting your heart out, and then wake up to see your name trending under boycott. In her official statement, Jun Ji-hyun said she was shocked by the scale of the backlash. She insisted that no brand dropped her, that timing was pure coincidence. But in the age of online outrage, even silence can sound guilty. And once the mob decides, it's almost impossible to rewrite your narrative. So what does this Tempest really show us? That the line between art and politics has never been thinner. That one scene, one sentence, can cross borders, stripped of its meaning, and spark a global firestorm. For fans, it's a reminder that context matters. For actors, it's a warning that fame is fragile. And for all of us, it's a lesson that stories shape nations. As for Jun Ji-hyun, she's weathered storms before, but will she rise stronger? Or will this controversy mark the beginning of her fall? That's the real Tempest, and we're all watching it unfold. Music swells, then fades. Thanks for watching till the end. What do you think? Did the drama cross the line, or was it all blown out of proportion? Why does China prefer war? A nuclear bomb could fall near the border, just that one line. One line, and the internet exploded. Weibo went nuclear. Thousands of comments in minutes. Hashtags like #RespectChina and #BoycottTempest trended overnight. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Memes, reaction videos, accusations, all claiming that the show insulted China, that it painted the country as warmongering. And soon, Chinese media outlets joined the uproar. Words like anti-China, propaganda, disrespectful became the headlines. It didn't matter that the line came from a fictional story. To many, it felt like a statement, a challenge. And fiction suddenly became very real. Here's where the story gets wild. Tempest wasn't even released in China. It's a Disney Plus exclusive, yet somehow Chinese viewers still watched it through VPNs, pirated sites, and leaked clips. So imagine this, an entire national controversy built on something that technically wasn't even available there. But once outrage starts, logic doesn't matter. Because in episode 5, things got worse. A scene labeled Dalian 2025 showed a dark, dystopian version of the Chinese city. People said, "That's not Dalian. That's an insult." Others pointed to villains speaking broken Mandarin, calling it mockery. And when Jun Ji-hyun's character quoted a Chinese poet, Li Bai, what was meant to be a tribute became another reason to attack her. Netizens said her pronunciation was wrong, that she disrespected Chinese culture. The outrage snowballed. Clips of her went viral with angry captions, fan pages turned into battlegrounds, and a performance meant to celebrate human courage became the target of online hate. But what does this really mean? This Tempest? It's not just a scandal, it's a symbol. It shows how the line between art and politics is almost invisible now, how one scene, one sentence, can cross oceans, stripped of its context, and become fuel for anger. For fans, it's a reminder that stories have power. For actors, it's a warning that fame is fragile. For nations, it's a lesson that culture is now a battlefield. K-dramas aren't just entertainment anymore. They're soft power, diplomacy, and identity, all wrapped in one. And as for Jun Ji-hyun, she's faced storms before, from rumors to career slumps to industry politics. But this is her greatest test yet. Will she survive the Tempest or be swept away by it? Maybe time will decide. Maybe audiences will move on. Or maybe this moment will redefine how far art can go before it becomes a fence. Because in every storm, there's a truth. And in this Tempest, there's a woman caught right in the eye. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. What do you think? Did Tempest really cross the line, or was this all blown out of proportion? Let's talk about it in the comments. And hey, hit that like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wild, unpredictable world of K-dramas and K-pop controversies. And this was the Tempest controversy.